Good afternoon. Welcome to Currency Update from the Currency Desk. From the past few days, what we have seen is that rupee is trying to test new lows, and it has tried to touch 54.30 twice, but it has not crossed 54 levels in the spot. As we have seen that RBI has constantly tried to support the rupee against further depreciation. On the international front, what we have seen is that Chinese consumer inflation data has increased a bit, but at the same time it has not increased as much as expected, as much as forecasted. In short, it is not as worse as it was expected. So what this does is that it gives the Chinese central bank to implement some monetary measures, monetary policy loosening, so that some growth momentum can be regained. At the same time, in the Indian Central Bank front, that is RBI, what we have seen is that they have imposed a new law that all exchange earners, foreign currency accounts, that is the exporters having dollars in their accounts, would have to convert 50% of their dollar holdings into rupee. RBI has given 15 days deadline to implement the same. This is expected to support the Indian rupee on a temporary basis. A point to note here is that in August 2007, RBI had imposed a similar norm or policy change, and this also could not impact the rupee or support the rupee against further depreciation. The only support that it will provide is for a few days, not more than that. We have a bearish stance on the rupee, and at the most we expect it to strengthen up till 52 levels in the near term, after which it can again rally, it can again move up to 54 levels. At the same time, since the past 2 days, we have seen some rally in the dollar against the rupee on the basis of strong dollar demand from oil companies. What is also proving to be a respite for the rupee is that the WTI crude oil prices is expected to move down further up till $93 levels. So this can again help support the rupee at current levels, but it's not proving to be much of a support for the time being. Intraday, we expect the rupee to go down, and one can enter a fresh short at 53.92 levels in the spot and keep a stop loss of around that level, whereas the target can be around 52.35. In the Eurozone, what we have witnessed is there's further pressure on Greece and France by the European Central Bank. This further pressure is on the terms of implementation of austerity measures. Greece is expected to, or maybe recommended to, have a second vote for austerity measures, because ECB has strictly stated that it will not compromise its stance on austerity measures. Euro, we expect it to move downside and if it breaks the level of 67.40, then one can enter into fresh short positions and target downside of 66 in the spot. What we saw in the Japanese economy is that the current account surplus, there was current account surplus which was better than expected. They had a national trade surplus of 1.59 trillion yen compared to forecast of 1.43 trillion yen. This was much better than expected, but despite this data, what we saw is that the Japanese yen didn't rally against the dollar. On the contrary, it fell against the dollar, against the euro and the pound. This was mainly due to the losing of safe haven demand. In the near term, we can hold short positions in the yen against INR, and this would remain weak not only due to the weakness in the yen but also due to the strength in the rupee against the dollar. We can keep a stop loss while shorting at current levels of 67.40 and target 63.50. What we saw in the UK is the Bank of England did not announce any rate cuts or quantitative easing. This was mainly due to the fact that the UK inflation data was worse than expected. It came at 3.5%, whereas the Bank of England had expected to keep it at 2% and around that. So we saw pound rally a bit against dollar. In the near term, we expect the pound against the rupee to stabilize a bit at current levels. So it is advisable to book long positions, and we may witness a trend reversal or maybe a downside trend from 87.18 levels in the spot. Thank you.